morning. Welcome back to T-Force and Friends. Been a while, but I have once again found the time to put into this project. Let's first check if any of the settings got destroyed. Nope, didn't. Anyway, last time I did a small unit highlight on T-Force and the units you get in ABQ. I have further done the whole unit management off screen because that was a little bit of min-maxing and trying to get the most out of my equipment and supplies. And as you can see, I'm all out of goodwill points. I have a tiny little bit of surplus in terms of supply, because I will need 3 to get to Albuquerque, or let's be real, to Santa Fe. I don't carry any spare manpower because spare manpower is a trap at this point in the game. You can still get a free resupply of manpower from ABQ if you go back, or just buy a few of them in Albuquerque, and from New Tortuga you get enough manpower to last you the game. Although you should also disband most of that. Talking about disbanding. If you have a look at the infantry units, you can see that a lot of them have unspent trade points. There is a very simple reason for that. I don't have enough goodwill points. It's either keeping at least a modest vehicle pool around, which I should actually upgrade a little bit more. There's no reason this thing should be unarmed. And if I'm at it, I can also give at least one of you junk armor. Right. Where was I? Priorities. As I said, I didn't really have the option of upgrading everything and keeping vehicles and keeping all units. For this run, I'd like to keep all of the units, because that allows me to showcase just how many units you get. Like right now we're sitting at 28 units, and these are less units than you would get if you were playing vanilla. So supply costs will add up, even though most of the units are relatively cheap. At least per soldier. Some of them are very expensive for, well, at least in my opinion, very obvious reasons. So I'm going through what did I keep, what did I buy, just relatively briefly. I have Mother in her Abrams tank, unupgraded, it's fine. I bought Big Bob a tow launcher, because that turns him from a relatively decent unit into a Swiss Army knife. I have kept both the M113 and the Striker. I should probably move these things around a bit. Because the M113 has extra ammunition for a tow launcher. I kept all 3 main tractors and the HMTT fuel tanker. Why? It's really not that complicated. The next mission, Santa Fe, has a lot of trailers, has a lot of artillery guns. You can tow away if you have the towing vehicles, so having towing vehicles is nice. And I didn't want to sell a full supply trailer in case I need ammunition. I kept both the Humvees, didn't buy the armor upgrade for them because no goodwill points. I kept the van, kitted it out a little because I like it. Um, this also allows me to more or less sort units into the forces or into the kind of troops that or vehicles that I have designed them to work with. This case, I have a striker and I have a striker infantry squad with T-Force. I have a van, which I consider a poor man striker. I have a poor man striker squad. I have Humvees, and I have sniper teams. This sniper team I have given first an AT package, then a Javelin kit. You need to get them both in order to get the ATGM launcher. But they have it now. It's not cheap, it's 500 goodwill points each, so it's 1000 goodwill points for the Javelin, and adding the AT package only grants them a shoulder-fired missile launcher. Then I have an AGMTT, which I'm not sure who I'm putting in there, but I guess I put in one of those teams because they are too big to ride in anything else. And then I throw in more or less randomly my remaining squads. So only have a handful of foot sloggers left. I could have kept the passenger trailer and got everyone into a vehicle, but that would have been a little bit too costly, in my opinion. No, that's the setup. I have bought relatively little in the way of outrageous upgrades. Most of the squads are pretty box standard, but some of them have gotten some improved weapons. Like, I bought literally every single rifle I can get my hands on. And with that, relief. Yes, yes, Santa Fe, movement roadblock, and now battle. Talking a little bit about the setup, I will probably end this episode a little bit early, so you can have probably half the battle once I've loaded in the next episode. Yeah, then see you around next time.